thought-provoking, and solution-focused program on air. Introducing the Cordelia Ope Recap, also known as the Recap. The Recap. Join Cordelia Ope every Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. as she delves into the most critical societal issues, politics, and in-depth personality interviews. The Recap. From tackling corruption and social injustice to inspiring positive change and personal growth, The Recap is the ultimate platform for meaningful conversations and solutions. Don't miss the Cordelia Ope Recap every Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. on
Mainland FM 98.3.
Tune in, engage, and be part of the solution. The Recap. Educate, enlighten, inspire.
A very good morning to you. It's a pleasure having you join us today, wherever you are listening to us from. I greet you. I say, how now? In this house, we're in the house right now. In this our house, you are free to talk from any place you are sitting. Whether your seat is at the back, your seat is in the front, wherever, you are free to talk. And also in this house, I don't care whether you are man or woman, we will not harass you in any way. You are free. And whether you have given birth to 6 children for 17 men, it's none of our business. Whether you have 20 wives with 1 child, it's none of our business in this particular house. We are all free. We are all equals. Abijo.
Well, Alfred, even if you decide to break, okay, we know if you break studio and interview.
No.
Okay, if you decide to march up and down, walk about,
we'll go drive you. No.
Okay.
No. There are things we will not tolerate.
Okay.
Yes, we will not tolerate.
Okay,
that.
I will find the list of things that will not tolerate
in this our house.
In this house.
Yes, yes.
So that I'll be able to follow. Can we follow too? I was asking a question that why is it that if you enter any school, primary school, secondary school,
children is prohibited, all of you,
including maths teachers,
you all should sit up, because some of you teachers are the reasons why the children not sabi maths and French and science. You guys behave. So I repeat, in this house there is freedom, but with freedom comes responsibility. Welcome. This is the recap, the Cordelia Ope recap. I'm Cordelia Ope, and he is.
I'm Joseph Fᴏᴜɪṛsō.
Today on the recap, we're moving on straight to look at the matter on the table right now. We have Dr. John Kome, former Lagos East senatorial candidate, and Tōkpē Balogun, Lagos State governorship candidate for Action Alliance. And Dr. John Kome was and still is with. Before we move on to look at the house, I'll start with you, Dr. Kome.
Well, no, it is not new. Until PDP in Lagos.
Do you guys belong to the school of thought that maybe his school of thought that sees it that way?
Yeah, a lot of people, even at the inception, even before the last general election, a lot of people never believed that others believed that he just came to hijack and then he has ulterior motive. So before the general believed that he came to destroy the party. But whichever, people have the right to move. But at the same time, there's some moral. Even if you go to that political party, they will say to you as, what you did there, you come here, also do it. So for every action and inaction, there are consequences. That's the truth about it. Nevertheless, he has moved, and we wish him better.
Tōkpē, what do you think? You were colleagues now. You were the gubernatorial candidate for AA while he was for PDP.
Yes, I know you very well, right? But then it's just an axiom that is generally acceptable within the politician, that there is no permanent friend or enemy. What we have is permanent interest. So when his interest is no more covered in the political arrangement, I think he has the right to look elsewhere, to where his interest is going to be better threatened any politician of his status.
What are those things? What are those things?
The candidate of ADC governorship candidate of ADC, Funsho Duarte, a respected man. I find information. He, Funsho Duarte was actually beckoned upon to come and take the party ticket, just like he was actually called upon to take the party ticket in 2022 when he secured the party ticket against all odds that were present as at that moment. So I think for me, it's an established threat, and he has to weigh his options. So best of luck for him as a politician. He knows his audience and he has followed his mind. Just like I said last, I said I am in Action Alliance as of today, but nobody knows where I will be when the comes back, because I'm going to weigh the options before me and before I take a leap. That's it. So it's not an aberration for somebody that has interest politically to follow the best available option for him. He must have weighed it with his team. He has a team, definitely, just like I have mine. So it's not an aberration. I think it's something that I'm going to applaud him for, that when you have tried your best, at least you are giving in contesting in Lagos State against the ruling party is not something that is very easy. Even when people may think you are a mole, you are whatever anybody calls you. The truth is, it is not easy to paste your posters out there in Lagos State that you are contesting for governorship, especially, and you are putting in something that looks like a threat. So I think the PDP has a duty to actually look into its own party structure and administration too. I've once been in PDP. That's why I'm saying it from this political that the PDP sits down and look at the structuring its administrative style, so that the party can be enticing for people that are really serious in playing politics of getting results. It's not going to just be like among the and the mistrust between the leadership and followership was very, very wide. It was wider than how it has been in the past.
You're talking about the PDP now, right?
For the political party, they're not paid.
That is in the PDP,
Yeah,
because
PDP. So PDP Lagos. A lot of factors might have led to his decision. For me, I was in PDP in 2014 till late 2019. I think after 2019 election, that was when we thought of pulling a stunt with another political. So actually, because they have the structure, ordinarily, they should have been in the best position as an opposition party to take over the mantle of leadership in Lagos. The PDP has that structure, but the truth is they have leadership lacuna, and that is where the problem has always been. There is a mistrust between the leadership and the followership.
Okay,
a lot of accusation after the election and counter.
Let me quickly bring in the hold on.
Collective money.
First, this leadership issue he just talked about was one of the things that Jandon complained about, that there was that issue, and it referred visible in the party leadership problems.
Every political party, there is problems, leadership problem with APC, is there with PDP, is there with Labour, is there with NMPP, and every other political party. So when there are leadership problems, if you are a leader, you stay put and contribute to ending the leadership quagmire. That makes you a leader.
But can Jandon take on a body judge, for instance? Is it possible?
Of course, Jandon came in through body judge. If not for body judge, Jandon would have become a gubernatorial candidate of PDP in Lagos State. That is the truth. I'm aware of it. I'm a part of it from the beginning till the end, even till date. It was Chief Body Judge that introduced Jandon to PDP, and he was going from local government to local government to make sure that PDP accept Jandon. And that's exactly what happened.
So where
Like
did
I
the
was,
fallout come from?
Yes, it's the issue of, if you wouldn't mind, sometimes we politicians, we could be, before you came, there was a gubernatorial
Candidate.
candidate, or
No.
he wasn't, yes, he was a candidate. That was Badebo.
Aspirant. He was an
That was
aspirant.
Badebo. So Chief Bode George have to tell Badebo to step down for Jandon. I have always been most 80% of the meetings where this was agreed. I was there live. And then Jandon accepted. But after getting the candidacy, he threw away Badebo for Jennifer, as we call him, Akindele, Mr. Akindele. So, and the party said, no, let's stand by agreement. The same problems as the national, the same problem came up in the state. Agreement is agreement. But Jandon will now say, no, I am the in charge. That was where the fallout between Chief Bode George on one side, Jandon on the other side, and the party itself on the third side of it. This is what the truth that people must realize. Then, but like I said earlier, if there be a lacuna in the leadership of a party, for you to be a leader, you should be there to solve it. Just like what we are seeing today in Lagos Assembly.
Okay.
There was a problem, and then Mr. President said, I'm a leader. He came in to solve the problem. Without temporary.
I have a question for both of you. If you look at Nigeria political history of politicians in Nigeria, all of you have your ancestral home as PDP, but you decide to be unfaithful to PDP. Just go there. Ogatokwe was in PDP 2014 down to 19. You are in PDP now. We don't know whether the motto, the departure, you are close to departure to leave PDP again. Even across the whole federation, so you see people that are criticizing, even when they were former governor under PDP, they will not be criticizing PDP. When are you people or people that want to join PDP now going to stop this unfaithfulness to your ancestral home, the PDP?
Any one of you could start.
And that is the question.
I think
the question that each and every one politician in Nigeria has to ask himself or herself. Like you rightly say, you see, a lot of people today who are in one party or the other, and they have used that particular structure to gain what power they need. They leave the party like that and jump to another party. Like my friend rightly said, it's about a political interest. And that's what makes our politics in this country what it is today, interest, or you come back to your parent. That is not politics as is being played or run in civilized country. And we will not continue to dance in the market square thinking that one day somebody will fix it. No, we need to fix things now.
Okay, okay.
So, on how politics is played universally. It's all about interest, like I said. Today, you see United States not supporting Ukraine any longer because the interest of the present president aligned with Putin. So when we talk about politics, we are talking about ideology here. And unfortunately, we are yet to get to that stage where we have a political party with strict ideology. Today, you see a political party thriving on a particular ideology. Within the next few minutes, they have changed their ways. The major issue that has bewildered and made PDP Lagos that has to be a problem. I came into PDP while I was very, very active as a major committee member in Lagos for APC. I was in CPC as the state secretary. I had automatic interim position as a state executive of APC. But I couldn't stand ACL because I believed while I was in CPC, I was looking at how to uproot the bastardized system of governance in Lagos, despite the resources we had. And as a result of that, I personally and my team left the boat of what they call APC into PDP. But when we got there, what did we see? It's all about money, misappropriation. They are all interested in whatever is coming from the central, they take it and share among themselves. So it became something that became so strange because I'm an ideological person. The truth is, our interest is we want to take Lagos. But PDP was not providing the platform to taking over Lagos. They were only providing platforms for politicians that want to enrich themselves. In fact, I cannot say.
Hello?
Did not come into PDP earlier on to take his share that the PDP has always shared. But in fact, I met a particular system that was very, very funny. Let me talk about the local government. I was in Apapa. What we saw was that they will go to sleep. When the time for primary, when the money comes from Abuja, like 180 million, 200 million and above comes from Abuja, it takes it like this. He share whatever percentage he's going to share for his members, and he disappears. He's not going to contest in truth. He's not going to campaign in truth. He's not going to really push for winning election. In another 4 years, he comes back again to do the same thing and make money out of the former ruling party, which was PDP. And we knew that it was not going to take them anywhere. Because when you make a kind of, let's say, 180 million, ordinarily in 4 years, if you have been working in a banking sector or whatever sector, you might not even make 50 million in 4 years. So they turned PDP into a business venture.
Let me come in.
Today, I have been in PDP platforms and PDP friends we discussed. They still complain the same thing, that their leaders, they were accusing themselves.
Okay, let me come in a bit.
If they were not accusing all their leaders of embezzling the election fund.
But let me come in a bit. Let me come in a bit, please. Let me come in a bit. You see, that bit that Dr. Tğᴇ was talking about, the international platforms, they don't do politics this way. I think maybe let's take a look at what he just said in this area, finally, before we come to Lagos. This area of jumping from one party to the other. I don't hear it happening that much in the West. In fact, I've never really heard it. Jumping from one party. Yes, the interests may be interests, but they don't keep jumping from one to the other the way we do here.
Maybe those countries don't do jumpology.
A political party that is well structured. You see, when we got to PDP, like I take myself as a case study. When we got into PDP, we came with the interest of really coming to work with PDP, coming to take over, because our own interest, we are the Team Rescue Lagos team. Our own interest is to make sure the resources of Lagos, I'm an indigenous of Lagos, how do we make sure the resources of Lagos are well utilized and to benefit of the masses? But when we got into PDP, Lagos State, I'm not talking about PDP of any other state, what we saw was an aberration of what is obtainable in the central crimes that we are referring to. And many of these central crimes that we are referring to, they have two strong, very political parties that are well established with people that really have the passion to take over, possibly during the era of Cᴏᴜᴜ. We had the history, we followed it up, we saw what they were doing, we saw how they became powerful. But what becomes of PDP today? Dr. Tğᴇ cannot deny the people committed to winning elections and not making money out of the political party to fund themselves.
Dr. Tğᴇ, is that in the works?
I want to ask my gubernatorial candidate. Now, listen, I'm making a point again and again. Who does the job? Who repairs the party? Who structures the parties if everyone goes out because his or her interest was jeopardized? Who makes the climb sinner? Who will remove the insanity?
In a desert where you have variable lands. So
but you can put drainage now. You can put irrigation. You can put irrigation. What makes you sure that the new place you are going to is not going to be worse? Will you keep jumping like that?
Because it is going to be. No, you see, before you leave, you work.
I don't time.
And that is, you see, many people that are in PDP, I have many friends in PDP. Today, Dr. Tğᴇ is going to be one of my friends in PDP. They are not happy with the party. That is the truth. It is not that they don't love PDP as a party. Personally, I am still having interest in what happens in PDP because I see them as the only viable option to actually take over Lagos. Because they are the only party that has the structure in every nooks and cranny of Lagos State. That is the truth. If you are going to be building another structure, we tried it with Action Alliance. When we left in 2009, after the election, we started building Action Alliance. But it is financially and capital expensive. We don't have the economic prowess. And that is what APC, or the ruling party in Lagos, has always been banking upon. The only party that has a structure is PDP. Now, if PDP now comes together and have that interest of taking over Lagos, I think we can always come together and join whatever effort we have to support the system. It is not about becoming the government. There are many positions you can hold to support good governance.
Okay.
So it's not about I want to be the government.
Okay,
it's about we want good governance. If PDP is ready, many people will be ready to support them. But they are not as at the moment. It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. So, Dr. Kome, is it this interest that we've been talking about since? Is it this interest that is a problem that is playing out now in the Lagos State House of Assembly, in that we had somebody who was removed, has been brought back, and people are like, what's going on here? Is it interest that we're seeing at play here, or the will of the people? Somebody's interest versus the will of the people?
Well, we are just merry-go-rounding, because the fact remains that politics, as it is played in this part of the world, in Nigeria particularly, is just about money making. It's just about, and the interest we're talking about is ultimately, it's just about making money. It's all about, being in power, getting the money, sharing the money with your constituents or with your team or with you whatever. And it's the same problem. Perhaps if PDP was in control of Lagos State, from what you are hearing now from both of us, what is happening in APC may likely happen again. Interest. The interest supposed to be the people we are serving. Politics is about service to humanity, service to the people, using the resources of the government, of the state, to better the lot of the people. But politicking in Nigeria is all about money. Ultimately, it's money. And what you're seeing today happening in Lagos State House of Assembly is the same thing. Who controls the power? Whoever controls the power, whoever have the gavel, have the money. And once he have the money, his people, his loyalists, they will do everything to make sure that the interest of their boss is secured. And that's the reason why the other interests say, no, get out, let somebody else take over. And then the interest from above come to say, no, I was not consulted, I reinstate my boy. He said, how long are we going to be deceiving ourselves, and our country is going down the drain? And we come on air, or we go to business, political environment, and give all the fake lying promises. We keep deceiving ourselves and deceiving the people.
Balogun.
But I don't think we control this way.
Okay. Shall I share my idea?
Yes, please.
I think what is happening is normal. Nobody sets up people into government and leave them to take decisions by their own volition. How did they emerge? All of those people that we are talking about now, that we are saying is people's interest as one man's interest. What interest brought them into that house? Was it people's interest? They were brought into that house to protect the hegemony of the person that approved their list. This is why we left the leadership, that we can't be in the same party with these people, and we move to people. So you don't expect anything less. You see why they are not fighting back, and why they will never fight back is because they don't want something to cost them their political trajectory they are already on. Else, some of them will just be stopped politically. They know they don't mention votes. So that is why they must dictate who owns the party takes the truth. That is just it. It is not all about even when the power shifts, like it shifted on January 13th, you think the speaker is going to be doing the masses' interest? No, but what I think now, Obasa has learned his lesson to carry some people along better. If additional power is supposed to be deployed, he stands no chance of becoming their speaker. But you know, they were all there on the platform of somebody's directive. They got into that chamber, almost chamber, to somebody's directive. And the person has always been like that. I had been part of Lagos politics for some time, for long, at least in this 1999 era. We were very young at 1993. Dr. Kobewu was a bit older. But in 1993, my dad, being a politician too, exposed us to Lagos politics. And he understood that there is something with the corporate Baba Sosokan, and that was what cost them 1993 election going to the NRC, where there was disagreement between their ranks. So it is nothing new that somebody is somewhere giving them direction. They are not there ordinarily to support our
Okay, Oga Tokwe and Doctor. Yeah.
Yes. I would like to ask him the
Yeah.
question.
No.
Okay, he says he wants to. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm happy it's a Lagosian. Are you saying that Lagos State, as it is from time now for the past 16 years or more, even 20 years, it means Lagos State is not practicing democracy. Rather, we are practicing autocracy, where the ideals and tenor of democracy has been not only rubbish but totally alienated from the system of governance. It means that somebody is just there to govern by one person governing by absolute power, and he determines what happened and who gets where, who gets what.
Okay.
So are we really practicing democracy?
It is not autocracy. It is pseudo democracy. Something like a fake democracy, but it's not totally autocracy. The truth is that he speaks his interest and leave the rest for others to pick their interest. This whenever they have conflict of interest that we see something like this. You see, Obasa has been doing so many things by his volition without the input of Mr. President. And today they have conflict of interest, and that is why somebody from the highest level of their organogram is involving himself and standing his ground. Even before now, like I said earlier on, the way they structured themselves is what I call like a mafia style of governance. It's Machiavellian. They have people in different institutions protecting their interests. The person may not even be the number one person. You know before the death of Senator Pepe, he was a very, very powerful person at the Lagos State House of Assembly, even though he was not the speaker. In fact, in one of the videos he shared, he said when others have gone home, they will still be in the State House of Assembly till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., working out so many things for Lagos to work out. So many a time, all these people were selected purposely. And if a particular van is not going to support the movement of goods from one location to another, the van will be changed. But if a particular van is working very well and you are trying to replace the van, you have to convince the person that
Hello.
owns the good of the voyage you are trying to embark upon, and that is what played out.
Okay.
Miranda,
So, now,
what is featured in the scheme of political structure in Lagos State politics. So that is why she was not giving that total support, and they played us with
now, Oga Tokwe,
of propaganda. But that is by the way.
Mr. Oga Tokwe.
What has happened from the Lagos unless we vote out this.
Fear.
Okay, Joseph is talking.
Hello. Hey, Oga Tokwe, my fear is this: dealing with politicians, you need to have the second heart or third heart to actually withstand some action or maybe some behavior from politicians. What do you think will be the fate of the former governor of Osun State, the former governor of Ogun State. If, for example, what we hear on the ground that people will be resigning, and someone now read and decide to say, okay, that is not in our constitution. I decide to stay, and you are the one that, okay, these people came into the whole issue and found a way to say, okay, let's look for political solution and see how peace can reign in Lagos. If what people are thinking, expecting, did not happen, how do you think we'll be looking at those two very, very prominent Nigeria, former governor of Osun State, former governor of Ogun State?
Do you know they sold the propaganda to take it a step after the other? Don't forget, according to the unscripted reports, like we can say we hear from mouth to mouth, list were taken to the president for approval. How do you know the decision of the president if he had approved a newspaper or he did not? Like I said, it's all about the van taking the product of the owner. A producer knows what van can contain, the type of product he is taking to the market. So the truth is, the person at the end of affair understands better what he wanted in Lagos. It is the people that can always go out every 4 years to prove their own points. And something started at the last election. If we can actually sit on it and work it out better without parochial interest coming in to destabilize whatever had happened in the past, we can always take over Lagos. Nobody has won election except Fashola, I think, the second time, with 1 million votes in Lagos. And we are talking about a population of more than 20 million. We are talking about registered voters of more than 7 million. So the truth is, the opposition are yet to get it right, are yet to come together to mobilize the masses. Even the masses are not happy with what is happening. Go to the street, people are complaining, but they can't do it all by themselves. There is no independent candidacy. They must go through a political party that will present the candidate, and all of them will queue behind the candidate. But where is the sense of purpose among the political leaders that are in the opposition party?
All right.
I fear they have not even been brought to their own side.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos, and we have with us two major people who are looking at some major issues. We started with the movement of the former gubernatorial candidate for the PDP from the party. He has spotted, let's use that term, he has left the party. Where he will be joining, he said, oh, there are other parties, we'll find out soon where he will be going to. But some people believe that he may just be going back to where he came from. We've taken a look at Jandon versus PDP, and we're now looking at the implications of the things that have been happening, the issues that have been playing out at the Lagos State House of Assembly. And with us, Dr. John Kome. He's a former Lagos East senatorial candidate, and Tokpe Balogun, Lagos State gubernatorial candidate for Action Alliance, while Dr. John Kome is with the PDP. Now, let's look at the situation on the ground now. Excuse me. Mudashiru Obasa is now back as the Speaker of the House. Miranda resigned as the Speaker, being the first youngest and the first female, made some history there, and they kept telling her how she showed them a lot of love the few days that she was there. She stepped down and gone back to where she was before, and one now asks, what would the working relationship look like? What do you think the working relationship is going to look like for these two and the other 34 who say, we really do not want you? And there's also the case of the agreement is supposed to be that at the end of the day, Obasa is going to also resign. Do you think that is ever going to work out the way it was planned? Dr. Kome, start first.
Well, I'm not in APC, but from what APC has been doing for years in Lagos State, and like my colleague rightly said, scripts are written or are made to follow the script. But sometimes we are watching, fingers are crossed to know if Obasa is going to also resign, because we do hear a lot of news from different angles, media, even from within the party, because we heard that Mirinda was, Madame Mirinda, whatever, was told to step down, to resign, and then Obasa too, Obasa also to step down, and then we heard that from Lagos West, some young men are already appointed to take over those seats. Now, suddenly again, we have a change of a situation. We don't know if it's a temporary structure, but we don't know. And then Obasana is back again. We don't know if Obasa is going to remain there or he's going to maybe resign after some weeks or days. No one knows. We are watching the entire scenario. But I still think, and I still stand by my belief, that Lagos State is not practicing democracy. And for example, you can't be controlling if it's in a safe democracy, like the States of America. Here, the Mr. President will give instruction with his own personal power and interest to a state in the United States. And the state governor said, no, this is how we want it done in our state. And the people will say yes, even the legislature will say yes. In our structure, in our constitution, the governor determine what happened there. But in Nigeria, somebody in Abuja, the president still control Abuja, control Nigeria, and is controlling Lagos State at the same time. I still stand my ground. That is not democracy. And democracy has no different kind of democracy. Like our former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo said, he said, we should practice African or Nigerian kind of democracy. I don't think we have democracy is democracy. And I stand to say that APC, as in Lagos State here, is not practicing democracy. They try to take this autocracy to Osun, but the Osun people beat them to it. So as far as Lagos State's politics is concerned, I don't think Obasa will still live there. Mm. And if he does, if he stays there, there will be consequences. Even if he leaves,
I think, Doctor, I disagree with you on democracy. Democracy is localized. There are different variants of democracy, and that is why the democracy of America is far quite different from the democracy of the United Kingdom. It's all about having the interest of some people validated by the highest number of simple majority. It is the way to structure. Look at America as a case study. When they vote, you may have the highest number of elected voters electing you in general, but they still have collegiate method where figures are assigned to different states. Then you can't blame the president if he is interested in Lagos. He has been politically active as a Lagosian. Let me put it in that way. He has been politically active as a Lagosian. His state cannot be boiling, and you think he's not going to have vested interest. Then, so many states have been going against his instruction. At least we know of River State that said, Mr. President, hold yourself. This is what I'm going to do constitutionally. Although they went to court and they are still in court. The same thing happened when Obaseki was in Edo State. So these things happen. So when you see it happen in where somebody was challenging Trump to read that they go to court because that is what they want to do in their own state. It happens here too. But you can't take Lagos State away from the fact that the president at the end of affairs today stems from Lagos. It stems from Lagos. Now, this start at the play. Let us look at the issue of Miranda and Obasa, the working relationship. It is not going to be smooth. But then, do they have the balls to challenge the status quo? That is what we have been talking about here. Do they have the balls to challenge the status quo? Ordinarily, they know they have the majority. If it is about the normal democracy, in their own election, somebody can be speaker in the morning. By the close of the day, he can become an ordinary floor member. Even if the president has used whatever method to reinstate him, tomorrow morning, even today, I heard they are going to reconvene today. If they get to that sense, somebody may move the motion again that I heard I moved the motion. You know, he was claiming if they want to remove me, they should remove me in my presence. Some people may decide to remove him in his presence.
Well, it was said that he was supposed to step down today. That was the so-called initial agreement.
That one is political. That one is political statement. They may say that yesterday is not going to be viable enough to do the job the former speaker has been doing for him. So we are
Oga Tokwe, you know why? For me, do you know why we are seeing all these things?
Okay, finally.
Yeah, do you know why we are seeing all these things? Because in America, we are talking about UK. You can't just direct Metropolitan Police. You can't put them on oscillatory motion. You go push them, go right, push them, go right, or FBI. But I think it is because our policing agency is like they are neither here. They are for everybody. They are for nobody. That is why we just do anything that we like. So how do we correct that?
It's about our weak institutions. It's about our weak institutions. How do many of them got to the position of power?
Honorable Tokwe, you said it all. That what is happening in Lagos State normal. It's not normal. And I agree with you that what happened in Lagos State is not politically and democratically normal. So we are operating abnormal political structure and system in Lagos State. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, so I think on that note of agreement, we have to wrap this up now.
They can always impeach him every day. If they instruct them to bring him back, they will impeach him again. They instruct them to bring him back, they will impeach him again because they have the majority. 30-something against 4.
So if we follow your format now, Balogo, it will come back, we will impeach. Come back, we will impeach. Come back. It has turned to rap. Thank you very much, Tōkpè Balogun, for your time. Dr. John Kome, thank you very much. Let's wait and see what the session today will bring and throw up. We may have it as a means or a subject of communication or conversation next week. Let's see what today will bring up, because from what we gathered, it was meant to be that when he comes back today, they will not do that thing you talked about, but I won't say it again. Let's wait and see what today will bring. Thank you so much, Tōkpè Balogun, for your time. I know we dragged you from what we were doing. Dr. John Kome, I woke you up and said, Doctor, come on, and here you are. Thank you, both of you. I thank you very much for your time this morning.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a nice day. All right, we've had as our guest. Okay, bye-bye. We've had as our guest today the former gubernatorial candidate for the AA, Tōkpè Balogun, and former senatorial candidate, Lagos East senatorial candidate for the PDP, Dr. John Kome, and we've been looking at the situation playing out at the Lagos State House of Assembly. We're looking forward to having news today when they do come back for their session, but what we'll hear, you will hear, and we'll get to talk about it too. We'll take a quick breather, and it will be time for you to add your voice. In fact, no breather. The number is 0913-600-0410. 0913-600-0410. You can add your voice to the conversation. Tell us what you think and what you think may just play out by the time they sit in. Do you think that decision that was reached will eventually be a reality, that he will come there and eventually say, okay, I'm stepping aside? Do you think that will happen? Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, my sister. My name is Lucky.
Good morning, Lucky. How are you today?
I'm fine.
All right, go ahead. 1 minute.
I was just happy when I listened to your guests. We had a talk where, I don't know what is going on in this Lagos. I found out that the Lagosians, the real Lagosians, they are very educated. I don't know why they said they are birthright to some people X. Because I don't know whether the man is listening. Is there anywhere that they are Lagos indigenous can gather together for this election to form their own life? Because what I'm seeing now is that it just be like Ḥso, I always said they are better. See all of them, see Fuad, see Muzbanire, all of them, they are very educated people. So me, I don't see this, they should gather, we are going to support them. We are going to support them for next election. Maybe they gather, we are going to support them, we not an election. So that this
even Jaden is one of them. He has agreed with you. He's an indigent. Jaden, thank you, Lucky. Jaden, what are you saying? They say, Jaden, don't shame us. Lucky just said, indigents, you guys come up and start a party that will support you. Hello, how are you? Hello, you're on. Okay, he dropped. You call back. I don't know if the indigents are interested in having a party.
Fuad is interested.
Fuad is interested. Is interested in starting a party because Lucky is saying that maybe the indigents of the state should have their own party and they will get all the support that they need because it's like whether they've been sidelined, I don't know. That's what Lucky said. Just keep trying. In case it's a bit dodgy getting through, just try. We have some few more minutes to do this. 0913-600-0410. That is the number you can call to be a part of the conversation. Somebody just dropped a suggestion now that one of the things that could be done would be to have a party that especially for the indigents of the state, because it's like people are coming from other parts of this region and taking over their birthright. That is what he feels.
Lady, see, where will I belong to now? I know that from Lagos Island now. So
go back to your
JD, no, we are very close to Lagos Island. So I may try our luck.
I don't know if there is any glitch. Just keep dialing because I know you're trying to get through. We have about 6 or so more minutes to do this, and then we'll be calling it a day. One of the things that Dr. John Kume raised was the fact that in the West, you do not see politicians jumping from one party to the other. This morning you hear that maybe Kemi Badenoch has jumped from her party, has gone to the next party. But here, hello, how are you?
Good morning, Cordelia.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
My name is Chris. I'm calling from Cape.
Welcome. Go ahead.
All right. My taking on all this is the first and foremost, like the past military leaders talk, say, like especially someone like Babangida. You know, he said that they made the constitution the way it said them to rule the country. Now we're not in the military era again. I think we should go back to that constitution until we change it from the head. Then it can come down to the state level. If not, somebody can be at the federal level and be controlling what is happening in the state level. That's just the way I say it. And again, like the last caller said, it's good for the indigents to take over power by themselves because this godfatherism of a bill is really destroying things. And what are we teaching the little ones that are coming up in later years to who wants to go into politics? Is that how it's played? Because once they look at it, they'll say, yes, this is how our fathers, godfathers, and grandfathers' parents played it out. So it's still the norm. So we should go the same way.
But hold on, let me ask you a question. Does this have anything to do with being an indigent or not? Take a look at River State.
Okay.
Is Wiki not an indigent?
Okay, he is. But the problem in Nigeria is that, you see, like, it's not like America. In Nigeria, yes, you stay 10 days in Lagos, you're a Lagosian. But when it comes to doing the right thing, like when it comes to voting, when you have your right to vote, then everybody will not be like, hey, this person is not from here. Go to your place. And, you know,
okay,
that's the divide amongst us.
All right, no problem.
Divide amongst us. It's not helping us.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Auntie Cordelia.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I greet you, Auntie Cordelia.
Welcome. What's your name?
I greet Jᴏsᴏ and Ogajeda.
All right. Welcome.
Yes, Dampi from Igondo.
Dampi. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yes, everybody, the callers have spoken my mind. How can somebody just pocket the whole Lagos, pocket the whole country as if he's the owner and the person that found the country? It's very, very bad. I think it is high time for us, like the first caller said, Lagosians are very educated. In fact, the Southwest people, I'm from the East. It's not that we are not educated. Southwest people are the Western people, they are very educated. They should get up. Let them claim back what belongs to them. How can somebody just rule Lagos as if it's a Kabbalism and a Gastarism place? It's very, very bad.
All right.
People, they should get up and collect their states back from these people. They are running the country down.
Okay, thank you
so much.
I didn't know you were there.
Our dictionary is being tougher and tougher now. So, Abby?
Yes.
Yando was never a PDP person. Yes. He was an APC person. And that was Fashola said that, why should he be? Who was my only photographer? No, he never. somebody took him to Obasanjo. The person is late now. The former secretary to the state government of Lagos is late now. And Obasanjo took him to Ambody and to Body George. So that was what played out. And Body George did not play his own role very well as a leader. Even if somebody brought somebody to you and you are the leader, everything center around you. You consult wisely before you now succumb to, because they wanted to settle their quarrel, him and Obasanjo, so that he should just obey him as a father figure. That's what happened, and that when he's now saying that he's leaving, it's inconsequential. He had no contribution. See what he's called now. Even the body judge himself play anti-party during the election. He brought another person from Labour Party. Okay. All these things is inconsequential.
All right, sir.
Talking about Lagos Obasa issue.
10 seconds.
Has been since 1993. Has been with Tinubu, and you heard what he said. He said these people are not part of us. They know themselves.
All right, sir.
All their nominations and candidacies were subjective.
Hello. Oh, I think you wanted to say ab initio, so it just went off at that point. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good morning. Kayode here.
Good morning. Oh, your name?
Kayode.
Oh, Kayode, how now?
Good.
All right, go ahead.
Well done, guys. Quickly, people need to understand that power is not served a la carte. Power is given to those who work very hard for it. Power is given to those who ensure that the grassroots structure is built from bottom up, so that when politics come, they run riot and they rule whichever state they do. People forget that people have funded these locals, this movement from the bottom up, and it costs them a lot of money to be able to get to a state where they can sit back and look forward and say, we have done a good job. Let's begin to, rally around our people to do better for the people of Lagos. Politics is not wishful thinking. Politics is not armchair planning. And that's why I laugh when a lot of people just wake up one day and say they will seize power. It takes a lot. Go and win Musu, go and win Ikorodu, go and win Alimosho, then you begin to start to talk about all these things. If you cannot do all those things, just sit back, relax, and continue to push to get things better. What you are saying in Lagos is nothing other than politics. Then comparing Nigeria with America is at times funny. America has democracy of over 200 years. Nigeria just had unfettered democracy of about 25 years. Compare with them.
All right.
So they are miles apart. So
okay,
we expect that Nigerians will not decamp.
Okay.
We will decamp, but we will get better as time goes by. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kayode. You too, have a great day. But my own is, if we have 200 years to learn from, we can learn their mistakes now. Make sure we don't make the same mistakes now. Must we go through the same path?
No, we want to follow analog. Be sending letter or go to post office to go post a letter. But the lucky thing is, Oga driver is going to hold my hand, go introduce me to someone.
Just like Obasanjo.
So Oga go hold my hand. Go take me to which person, I don't know.
Oga driver, see your mic is on now. We have to leave now. He's here already. But what are we getting from you today? It's been a while we did this. What's going on?
Well, I'm not a weatherman, but I'm a radio man. But what's trending is not whether the rainy season is fast approaching.
It refuses to come on.
You don't come already.
Rain dey fall?
No, it don't fall for some places.
So you're going to teach us how to drive during the rain.
You have to prepare. Do the right things to get the right results. There are some common causes of road traffic crashes, which is driving in the rain. Then there's some special conditions, driving techniques.
Yes.
So it's a topic that you find in 2 chapters of the highway code, which is not just about 1K. You know, even reach out when you do Shayo.
Let's give them free to downfall drivers so that they will.
We'll call on some corporate concerns
to do that. All right. So you're going to be hearing that right now. You need to listen because it's very critical. I'm Cordelia Obe. Thank you for your time. Thanks for listening.
I'm Joseph following show a day after Aswanidi.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Till then, Jada. Thank you.